When it came to classroom duties, he was stylish. At lunchtime, he was stylish. Even when the teacher made him stand out in the hallway, he was stylish. That student's name, haven't you heard?
I'm Dirty Varmint. 1 Corinthians 15, the resurrection of Christ, resurrection of the dead, the order of resurrection. Christ has indeed been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. So, Jesus was the first person to be raised from the dead. The order of resurrection. I think everybody can agree on that. The order of resurrection. Jesus was the first person to be raised to everlasting life. I'm not just talking about like Lazarus, how he was raised from the dead, but then he died again after that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the first person to be raised to everlasting life, to an imperishable body or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. So let's see what Jesus had to say about it. He was talking to the Sadducees, and they don't believe in the resurrection. It says verse 18. And they asked him a bunch of stupid questions. And then Jesus says this, verse 26. Concerning the dead rising, have you not read about the burning bush in the book of Moses? How God told him, I'm the God of Abraham? He is not the God of the dead, but of the living. You are badly mistaken. So he's telling the Pharisees that they are badly mistaken. They're telling people that there is no resurrection. And Jesus says, well, haven't you read the book of Moses? And Jesus, keep in mind, Jesus is alive at this time. Jesus hasn't been resurrected yet. He's still alive. And he's talking to the Sadducees. And he's saying, haven't you read in the book of Moses about how God told Moses, I'm the God of Abraham. He's not the God of the dead. Abraham was alive. Abraham had been raised from the dead when God told this to Moses. This is Old Testament proof that God resurrects people from the dead, because he had already raised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham was in heaven. Abraham might have been in that burning bush. You know? He was in there with God saying, yeah, talking to him. All three of those guys were raised up before Jesus. Jesus isn't the firstborn of the dead. He's not the first person to be raised to everlasting life. No. Even on the Transfiguration, you've got Moses and you've got Elijah. That happened before Jesus died, everybody. So those guys were in heaven. Jesus was not the first person to be raised from the dead.